Okay, now we're cooking. Got Robert, tail gunner. Bitty bitty town.
Hey, you should get my camera out.
Well, I'm already doing mine.
Get mine out.
Where's yours? In the bottom?
Bottom.
Oh shit, I just hit a button on mine. Here.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay. We're cooking. We're still taping.
We're cooking the trail.
Still taping. Going up Pacific Crest Trail. Probably can't see anything with this shaky camera. Pacific Crest Trail. No bikes. Staring at Dan's backpack. Pipe. That hurts. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Step. Rocks. I don't like rocks. Jingle bells on my belt. Down the road. Do-do-do-do-do. Going up to our wee heights here. Ooh, down our lake. Pretty.
Passing lane ahead.
Huh?
Passing lane ahead.
Passing lane. Pretty lake. What a hike. It's kind of cool. Keep marching. Keep marching. Keep marching. I got the robot cam going. Taking photos. Pretty. Choo-choo tunnel. Huh? My photos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing shaky cam.
Last year, my job was from the top of the summit down, so this was my office basically.
Nice. Very nice. Nice fly fishing shirt. It works. Yeah, the mud puddle. Really? Don't look dry to me. We're not running. Bad enough I can't even walk through here. Nice trail. I think we need a grader through here. Yeah, we need to get a grader through here. This pavement sucks. Oh, almost ate shit. Gotta pick up my fat ass boots. Choo-choo track. Oh, look, kayaks. No, he wasn't in our class.
For the season, Robert? Yeah, really?
Walking down a road path.
Actually, as a repeat, but for those of you who are new or haven't been here in a while, this is a unique spot. Definitely in California, but also probably nationwide, where you can see just about all of the modes of transportation of humans. First, the Indians. Down there's that square box. See, they have a little monument, and there's Indian drawings all over that rock. And the Indians from Nevada and from California would meet here and do trading and the like. And so that was kind of the first mode of transportation, Donner Pass, a spot that you can get across the high Sierras. And of course, the mountain men followed them. And they were smart, and they had a road, they followed it, and they took the path of least resistance. Then, of course, as with all human nature, it all sort of follows that lead. The Indians were the smart ones, they figured it out, the mountain men, and the mountain men, a select few, decided to go in the business of leading wagon trains across from the east to the west to come and get gold. Right, that was it. Get gold and get land. The big drive, of course, was to get gold. And so the wagon trains came across, and this is where they came through. If you look down on that flat, smooth area, it's kind of like a white path. In that general area, that's where the wagons went up. I believe somebody put a ring of rocks around where you can still see the tracks on the wagons. Hundreds and hundreds of them by. And amazingly, to me anyway, before they built that switchback, they would, with block and tackle, lift everything up, animals and all, right up there to get up to the next level where we're parked, and then go on their merry way. Really quite spectacular. And then they got over there to get the gold, or so to speak. I think wasn't the people who really made the money were the ones selling the shovels to dig up the gold, right? That's pretty much how it worked. Well, of course, that got going, and then things changed quite dramatically. Then there was the Civil War. And all the gold that was being dug up here, Lincoln and his buddies decided they needed that to help with the Civil War effort. And among the fact that they also wanted to gain dominance and control over from the Atlantic to the Pacific, they built the railroad. Right? And actually that railroad, the way it was set up, actually set the stage for how we do contracting to build roads. Except back then, when they first started, you'd build a mile and get paid. Okay? I don't think we could find too many contractors willing to do that today, but that's how it worked. So they were shitting and getting it. And they actually, their design procedure was, get that bridge built, no matter what, so a train could get across it, and we'll get paid, and then we'll come back and retrofit. You get paid again? Not really, no. But that's how it worked. But a lot of the contracting that we still are in use today, use that. And that philosophy of building and then getting paid extended into the 30s. And we probably wouldn't have half the highways we have. Imagine building the Coast Highway or some of these other highways and requiring a geotech report. But they did build the railroad. It's a spectacular engineering feat. Hand, level, and rod. It's perfect. Check that out. With Indians, unfriendly Indians. And then so that's the third mode of transportation. That's the China Wall over there. It's a beautiful piece of work, but it's also a memorial to the Chinese who died up here. Those of you in the blasting class, when they were building these tunnels, 6 inches a day. The first shift would drill 6 inches by hand, build their pattern. The next group would come in and load it, wire it up, black powder in the beginning, and then do it again. They dynamite it. Wheelbarrows and haul it all away inch by inch. So when you get that 1 yard or 3 yard loader, think about it for a second. You could be doing a wheelbarrow. Then we really would have big yards, wouldn't we, with lots of people. But that's what they did. And it's really a spectacular engineering feat. No computers, no calculators, no electronics. It's really quite spectacular, frankly. That's the third. Then, following that, they built the Lincoln Highway through here over the Sierras, but and that's of course significant, but the fourth big event that has national significance is Highway 40 here. After the Depression, Roosevelt wanted to get the country back working, and so he started throwing money at roads and all, the great dam projects, creating water for communities. And this is part of that, where we have these really cool arch bridges and these really nice highways. And that's sort of the fourth mode. Shortly after that, well, right around that same time, a fifth mode popped up, which we'll visit on our way back up, is air travel. Airplanes were start coming into play and actually being used regularly. And here at Donner Pass, once again, they had a beacon. Tower platform's right over there. You can see it better when you get around the corner. And for about 20 years or so, they had beacons about every 60 or 80 miles, coast to coast. And that's how the planes would navigate and find their way. The story goes, there was some woman that lived up here, all alone, maintaining that beacon, living in a cabin up there, all year long, and maintaining it. And so that was another mode of transportation. And then that was followed by Interstate 80. Interstate 80 goes from coast to coast, and its significance in the human race is in transportation. Of course, it was a grand and monumental project to build the interstate system of America. I mean, it's fun to complain about America, but we're big, and we got more roads than anybody. We got more railroad than Europe. So when somebody says, well, Europe's got railroads, we got more rail line than Europe ever thought about having. It's just that, you know, in Europe, when you go from France to Germany, it's like going from New Jersey to New York. You know what I mean? Okay? That's the fact. Yeah. Eisenhower came back from World War II. He figured out why Germany did so well. And that's because they had roads. And they could move their troops too sweet and get from one place to another and become a nuisance. So when he got back here, one of the things he championed was the Interstate Highway Program for defense. Okay? And if you think about it, you know, in our politically correct world, you know, it's nice to think about, you know, everybody's doing things for altruistic, you know, for beautiful reasons, but, you know, Lincoln initiated the railroad so we could come out here and get the gold and get it back so we could fight the Civil War. Eisenhower was thinking we need an interstate system so we can defend ourselves. You know, we start to dig down, and of course the mountain men and the wagon trains, and they were all trying to figure out ways to come out and get gold and do and of course Washington wanted to get California from Mexico. So that was another inspiration. So that's the little history lesson here. Pretty cool. It's a good spot, unique. We're going to go down the trail, again, stay in line, stay together, because when we get down into the trees, we're going to make a real sharp left hand. Okay? Everybody doing all right? Good.